What's up everyone, I hope you're having a great day. The idea of this video came after Facepunch's last update to Rust, which included in the patch notes that workbenches can now be picked up, but of course at the cost of losing a percentage of its current health. In a PvP chat's mind, this is free metal and high quality metal in a recycler after a successful raid, but builders have a completely different look at this change. At the end of this video, I'll show you a small exploit or a bug, if you'd like to call it, to save yourself some scrap. Also make sure to subscribe and leave a like and all that good stuff. Enjoy the video. Since Rust Labs relies on calculations, C4s come first when speaking of time efficiency, one for a level 2 workbench and two for the level 3. But when it comes to sulfur efficiency, it is true that 2 incendiary rockets are the cheapest for both, but no one will bring incense to a small base and not everyone have them BP'd. After raid testing, I found that a level 3 workbench requires 1 C4, 1 rocket and 20 explosive ammo, which is 4100 sulfur, 300 sulfur cheaper than 2 C4. A level 2's cheapest sulfur raid count is 1 C4 for 2200 sulfur, or 6 satchels and 2 explosive bullets for 2930 sulfur. One more thing Rust Labs don't know is that explosive bullets have a chance of creating a fireball, works same as incendiary rocket flames but in a much smaller radius. After raid testing, a level 3 workbench is roughly 235 explosive bullets instead of 259 as Rust Labs says, and the level 2 is roughly 160 instead of 173 since it is more vulnerable to flame damage. This trick relies on sacrificing the workbench in a place where it blocks the door path of the raider, forcing them to either spend more explosives or quit the raid, which in most cases won't happen since they love you, of course. And you might be wondering, why would I sacrifice my workbench? Ask yourself if you're willing to give an offline raider a free workbench to recycle or use or sell in a vending machine. Of course, the trick has its advantages and disadvantages, so let's talk about them. We'll be testing the typical 2x2 first. After destroying the 2-sheet doors, the raider will be greeted with a workbench. He either needs to spend 160 explosive bullets or 3 rocket the garage door behind while splashing it, leaving it under 200 HP, which after a lot of raid tests costed from 30 to 70 explosive bullets, and this depends on how good the rockets splash. Now let's try the level 3. Rocketing through these gaps is basically a suicide. Let's 3 rocket the garage door from outside. We'll still need 3 rockets to get rid of the workbench. Moving to the stability bunker, the raider needs to choose either soft siding or using explosives. Let's go for soft siding. He'll still be greeted with a workbench. Rocketing from this hole will damage the raider and leave the workbench with less than 200 HP, which needs to be finished with explosives. The level 3 works the same, but instead the raider needs 3 more rockets or 130 explosive bullets. As I already mentioned, when picking up the workbench, it loses a percentage of its current health. To repair it with a hammer, you'll need 5 hits that consumes 42 scrap, 4 high quality metal and 34 metal fragments, and 1 time 37 scrap, 3 high quality and 30 metal. I'll do the maths for you. This is 247 scrap, 23 high qual and 200 metal. Let's try and repair it with the repair bench. After placing it, it goes back to its normal health and it can still tank 6 rockets. Same thing works for the level 2, saving 60 scrap, 60 metal and 2 high quality metal per repair. And that's it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, leave a subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.